Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Abi back again. And oh, well. Oh, the foolishness of, well, you know, you know what community this is going to be about. All right. And we're talking about foolishness, how simp culture, the entitlement culture of the B film, have utterly destroyed the so-called black community. All right. I want y'all to understand something. We got a judge here who was elected. Understand this. A lot of these, a lot of these jacked up, the community is putting in a bunch of just not all they're not all there. They're putting in a bunch of women to rule over them because the men are just literally not there because they can't be there. The only thing left in these communities that are electing these judges, these women, these politicians, are what the Democratic Party set up from the get go. They destroyed strong manhood and created a society that is almost totally reliant upon the Democrats' rule, not anybody else's rule, the Democrats' rule, not being self sufficient. All right. They'll raise the girls to think that they're independent. The most dependent people in this jacked up community, the B film, thinks she is independent. The men in this community is no longer self-sufficient like in the 50s. All right. And everything that they do is someone else's fault. Even when one of their B films are elected to a position of authority where integrity should matter, you're starting to find out that too many of these people in the so-called black community, integrity and justice do not matter. They'll throw around the word, oh, we want justice, but no, they don't want justice. They want entitlement. I'm down for reparation. Justice, reparations for the Afro people is justice. How it is divvied out, there is the trick. Because for it to be justice, you have to understand not all people are worthy of the reparations because some of the people, mainly 68% of the black females, were slave owners back in that time. So we need to know who their descendants are. Then the ones that married Caucasian men, we need to know who they are. And see, that's a touchy issue because it'll be easy to see. The reparations should go to the Afro men primarily. See, but it's tricky. So, and on that, and I'm making this point because there is justice, there, reparation to be served, but it should be done justly, right? So just because I agree that something should be done, how it is to be done justly requires thought. Yeah, we're not capable of thinking about something as simple as a female black judge, that's a Democrat, breaking the law, understand, and then going to jail, and we're going to protest this, then how can we, in good conscience, be marching for reparations when we don't understand what justice is? Let me greet everybody real quick. Havorden hardu gudag ola oi to the bang. Fossis los bonjour mes amis. Ketabawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani jumbo baragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. I want y'all to hear the chaos that ensues when we get to the clip that I have in here. But first, hey, brothers, really important. Let's get these thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. Remember, this is a new channel, so many of you that may have thought you subscribed, but you have not. All right, so go down, look at that subscribe button and subscribe, right? And when you subscribe, click the notification bell and then click the drop down box. My PayPal me link will be in the description box. Just click on it and don't donate anything if you don't have it. Take care of yourself and family first. All right. Here's the breakdown. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's a foolish. That sounds fancy, but that is foolish. Injustice is not a threat to justice. All right. Justice is a threat to injustice. They flip that. Injustice is everywhere. That's why everybody is wanting justice. This woman was able to galvanize a bunch of unjust people. That's another thing. To march for her after she committed felonies. She is a judge who committed felonies. In January 2014, Tracie Hunter was indicted on 8 felony charges related to the backdating, hiring her brother, and giving her brother confidential documents. Why would she do that? Think about that. Okay, so here is the setup for what you're about to see. This was a former juvenile court judge, a Democrat who took the bench after being declared the winner of a disputed 2010 election. She was jailed Monday, this would be yesterday, and had to be taken out of the courtroom in Cincinnati. According to reports, a deputy with her arms under the defendant's shoulder pulled Tracie Hunter across the courtroom as she went limp. Supporters stood and yelled in anger, and deputies intercepted a woman who tried to rush her. Understand this, because in the United States, the BFIM is allowed to commit crimes, felony, and anything. And if you try to judge her, people will protest her being judged. But you know who's expendable? The good dude. All right? There were more demonstrations outside the Hamilton County Courthouse, and civil rights activists said there will be more boycotts or other actions in protest. So they're going to protest. Understand, the civil rights are not about rights, and they're not civil. They're going to protest a person who committed felonies. They're going to protest for a person who committed felonies. These are the same people wondering why there is so much crime in their communities. Because a particular segment is allowed to get away with crimes. Hamilton County Common Pleas Judge Patrick Dinklacker ordered her 6-month jail sentence carried out after a contentious hearing in which he read from postcards with critical comments sent to his home in support of Hunter. So they threatened another judge and sent them postcards. Look at what this so-called black community has turned into. He called them apparent intimidation attempts that flat out failed. So, okay, understand this. You're going to support a criminal, then you're going to send postcards to the judge handling the case to threaten him in a system that was developed by the people that you are threatening for the people that you are threatening. And you showed how foolish you were to show that you're not about justice. You want only one segment of the population of the black community, and that is the BFM, to be entitled to do whatever she wants to do, even as she is put in charge to judge your behind, however inept she is. All right. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. This came from Fox, right? Y'all can read the whole report. I'll put the link in the description box. All right. Now, y'all have heard this said before. The BFM do not show remorse. They do not repent. Fox 19 report shows that Dink Lecker read a letter from prosecutor Joe Dieters that stated that Hunter has never once shown remorse. So she's finally going to jail in 2019. She was convicted of doing these crimes in 2014. And after all these appeals, so she ran the gambit of the system and lost. She has been incredibly disrespectful to you and the justice system, wrote Dieters. And to you, he means the people. But the people don't care if the BFM is disrespectful to them, because sadly enough, the BFM has raised a bunch of people in these so-called communities, and you got so many sellouts in these so-called communities that you can't hardly see who's worth the justice that we seek, because many are being seen to be so unjust. How does the optics look when you're a bunch of black people walking around protesting after learning a judge committed felonies, and you know this and still protest? Somebody's able to gather you together to protest anything that is critically damaging to the psyche, to the justice, to any good condition of the community. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention to this. And here we go.
With that, in this case, I believe the law permits the execution of the sentence, and I know justice gets thrown around a lot, but I think justice demands in this particular case. So the court, Ms. Hunter, orders the execution of the sentence imposed on December 5th, 2014 by Judge Nadel. That is as follows: 1 year community control, that's non-reporting.
And they gave her a slap on the wrist.
Control, I will advise you, as I'm required to by law, that if you violate any of the conditions of the community control, come back in front of me. I will sentence you to 18 months, the Ohio Department of Corrections. It is a felony of the 4th degree.
A felony.
The community control are real simple, as indicated in the judgment entry by Judge Nadel. Number 1, you pay the cost of these proceedings. Number 2, you are to do not violate any laws. Number 3, you are to do 6 months in the Hamilton County Justice Center, credit 1 day. Mr. or Ms. Deputy can take her away.
So she has to do 6 months. See how they had to restrain the one of the BFMs that charged everybody. Understand this, because for them, no, you're not allowed to judge. Nobody is. All right. Remember, the Caucasians created this monster. You're not allowed to judge them. They have no remorse. They have no sympathy. They will destroy a good Afro man And the only Afro man they like is the one that they can control and the one that they can get to defend their wickedness. We shall overcome. That was really dumb. She actually committed crimes. These people are upset that this woman got judged in their old darling system by their ideal man, the white man. She got judged for actually committing a serious crime, felony. And these B-films are upset. How dare you judge her for committing a crime? But if you're a B-film, you get to commit crimes in the black community. And not only will people accept it, they will march and act like you have the right to commit these crimes. So this woman got sentenced to 6 months in jail minus 1 day. She was convicted in 2014 of using her position as a judge to obtain documents for her brother. All right. She used her position on a bench to do favors for her family. But this is what a lot of these B-Fems do. If they get with Pookie and Ray Ray, they'll use their position to protect them. Do you know who these women attack in the Afro community? The actual good men who stand up for the protection of the community, for the children, and for the home. But no, we don't. They don't protect property because most of the people that they choose to be in the community cannot get property. They don't protect children because children are just nothing but a check to them, something to get and curry submission of a man or the state. All right. She's been going through this for a while, and people knew the crime that she committed, and still you can get these black people, not the brothers and the sisters, not the ones that stand up for something, but you can get these people that don't stand for anything to come in the community and shout all up and down for somebody breaking the law. All right. And then she goes in like she's protesting and standing up for the rights of people when she's crushing them. Simply crushing them. People think this is the second coming of Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. What's wrong with you? Malcolm X said it best. All these fools that vote Democrat are fools. And they are showing you on a daily basis how foolish they are because they don't stand for justice or anything. They're unjust. They're the ones that's creating the injustice in the Afro community, which is allowing people to exploit the community. At the end of the day, ain't got nothing to show for it. But King was right. He did integrate his people into a burning house. And it's the worst thing to happen for us because a lot of these B-Films think that they should be entitled to Caucasian privilege because they think they are Caucasian. With that said, I'm out.